Welcome to Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Forum 2021, co-hosted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Korea and the Korea National Diplomatic Academy. My name is Lee Sang-hoon, researcher at the Institute of Foreign Affairs and National Security at KNDA. It's a great honor to be your host today. The forum is broadcasted live on KNDA's official YouTube channel, KNDA Live. We have two channels, English and Korean. Please check out both and choose the channel you're comfortable with. Also, don't forget to leave your questions or comments in the live chat box during the session. We will choose top questions or comments to present gifts. Winners of the event will be announced in KNDA official Facebook and Instagram account on October 14th. To start off this year's forum, I would like to first welcome His Excellency Hong Hyun-ik, Chancellor of Korea National Diplomatic Academy, for his opening remark.
Distinguished guests and participants, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for the Korea National Diplomatic Academy to jointly host the Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Forum 2021 with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Korea. I would like to thank all of you for taking part in this forum. COVID-19 is taking its toll on everyday lives around the world as we are here today. I believe the NEPC Forum 2021 will be a meaningful opportunity for participants from Northeast Asia and the Asia-Pacific region to come together online to discuss regional peace, cooperation, and safety during these very challenging times. The NEPC Forum is part of the NEPC Platform project, which was launched by the government of the Republic of Korea to foster regional cooperation in Northeast Asia. As a key mechanism for multilateral dialogue, the NEPC Platform aims to broaden joint efforts to tackle emerging transnational threats in the region. It pursues an open and flexible approach to regional cooperation and welcomes the participation of regional bodies and willing partners from other regions. Through this forum, we seek to create and advance a community of dialogue and cooperation for peace, prosperity, and safety in Northeast Asia. It's also linked to the new Southern policy and the new Northern policy through which the Korean government seeks to promote exchanges and cooperation with East Asia, including ASEAN, South Asia, the Western Pacific region, and the Eurasian continent. Ladies and gentlemen, but challenges are tasks ahead of us for regional peace, safety, and prosperity remain daunting. Long-standing historical and territorial disputes continue to affect the political dynamics in Northeast Asia, stunting efforts at bilateral and multilateral cooperation. And the competition of major powers seems most intense in Northeast Asia. Northeast Asia is also characterized by rising nationalism, security competition, arms race, nuclear proliferation, while lacking of regional cooperation and security dialogue mechanisms. There is no denying that Northeast Asia is the only region that lacks a regional joint response measures in the face of regional conflicts, disputes, large-scale disasters, and transnational security threats. But to look on the bright side, Northeast Asia is a region with a long history and tradition of exchange, cooperation, and peaceful coexistence. In Northeast Asia, the period of peaceful coexistence in the region was much longer than the period of conflict. Northeast Asian countries have continued efforts to coexist and promote peace and prosperity. Such efforts have facilitated bilateral and multilateral cooperations and forged active cooperation in various spheres, such as politics, economy, and culture throughout East Asia and the Asia-Pacific region. In 2019, the leaders of 3 Northeast Asian countries adopted the trilateral cooperation vision for the next decade, reaffirming that the three countries share an everlasting history and infinite future. President Moon Jae-in, Premier Li Keqiang, and Prime Minister Shinzo Abe agreed to develop a future-oriented cooperation model featuring peace, friendship, and mutual benefit to make the trilateral cooperation a platform for peace, stability, and regional cooperation. I am convinced that the arrangement of the NEPC Forum itself embodies the spirit of the agreement reached at the Trilateral Summit. And I firmly believe that this forum is a valuable channel through which participants explore ways to turn this agreement into a concrete plan of action. Political leaders, eminent experts, and many other participants of the forum have so far underscored the need to advance trust and cooperation in Northeast Asia and beyond, and agreed on the importance of bold and innovative solutions to foster regional cooperation. Of course, not all of the ideas and perspectives shared at the forum have been translated into concrete policy decisions. But despite a broad array of limitations and obstacles, one thing remains clear. We must continue to work together and stimulate constructive discussions on regional peace, cooperation, and safety. The NEPC Forum has promoted the concepts like security through peace and sustainable peace and prosperity through dialogue and cooperation. This is because the future that peace and cooperation will bring is much more appealing and beneficial than the future we might face by choosing otherwise. It's in this context that the NEPC Forum strives to find ways through dialogue and cooperation to resolve differences and conflicts. It also seeks joint responses to traditional security issues as well as non-traditional security issues emerging in the region. The ultimate goal of the forum is to transform deep-seated disputes and conflicts in Northeast Asia into peaceful coexistence and co-prosperity. Many global challenges facing Northeast Asia and beyond, such as the return of power politics, the coronavirus pandemic, environmental destruction, climate change, extreme weather, frequent outbreaks of large-scale disasters, cannot be resolved by any single country acting alone. This is why the NEPC Forum and the other efforts at boosting regional cooperation are truly necessary right now. I hope today's discussions will help us chart a brighter, more peaceful future. Let's bring the insights of scholarship to discuss ways to bring peace and cooperation to Northeast Asia and beyond. Distinguished guests, it's possible to build a peaceful, safe, and prosperous community in the Northeast Asian region only if governments, experts, and civil society remain strongly committed to our common vision and act accordingly. I would like to once again thank all of you for joining the NEPC Forum 2021. I look forward to working continuously with you in the years ahead to promote peace and prosperity in Northeast Asia. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor, for your remarks, which bring our attention to the importance of regional peace, safety, and prosperity in Northeast Asia. To celebrate a kickoff of the Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Forum 2021, we have prepared a very special video message from both the public and experts devoted to the peace of Northeast Asia. I hope you enjoy the video, and we also encourage you to give your own thoughts about today's discussions through the live chat at KNDA Live.
저는 때로는 경쟁하며 때로는 협력하며 함께 미래를 꿈꿀 수 있는 동북아시아에서 살고 싶습니다.
さまざまな文化の結節点となり、世界をリードすることができる北東アジアに住みたいです。
我理想当中的居住地呢，一定是有非常漂亮的美景、好山好水， 还有许多不同种类的小动物。
Tôi muốn sống một nơi thoải mái và an toàn.
여행을 하더라도 친구네 집에 온 것처럼 친근한 상호 호의와 신뢰를 가진 동북아시아가 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
Think if China, Japan, Korea, and all the other nations were working together, how much further they could get. It would be very impressive to see what a unified East Asia with common goals could get done.
Is a region where countries and people live together harmoniously, pursuing their liberty and happiness. We need to make conscious efforts to live together, because nations in the region have tended to focus on their own and sometimes somehow narrow interests, and for this, to compete with each other so far. Competition is unavoidable and sometimes necessary. But competition should not rule out the necessities of cooperation for the common good in the region.
20 years ago, the Trilateral Cooperation was initiated to meet the challenges imposed on us by Asian financial crisis. And 10 years ago, it was strengthened to meet the challenges and difficulties created by even larger scale crisis, the world financial crisis. And the history of trilateral cooperation told us that only cooperation can create opportunities amidst crisis. So whatever difficulties and challenges we may face today, be firm on our shared future and concentrating on our common interest will help us to exert ourselves to a peaceful and cooperative Northeast Asia.
I would like to emphasize sustainability and understanding. Let me talk about sustainability first. Many leaders agree about the necessity and the importance of cooperation in Northeast Asia. However, it is very difficult for these issues to be prioritized in national policy. This is because it is not easy to discuss cooperation first in a situation where there are many other conflict issues related to history, security, and diplomacy. However, issues such as COVID-19, disasters, and climate changes are mid to long-term issues that we need to continuously prepare for. The second is understanding. We need to be careful about making assumptions about others because they are similar to us in some ways. In fact, each country faces different situations and responds in different ways. Therefore, we need to be understanding when considering each country's situation and perspective.
I hope, considering today's trends of the huge expansion of the national activities by local government people, the forum may consider to have a session where the theme to promote cooperation among central governments by utilizing the framework of the context and exchange by local governments and the citizens will be discussed. And also, the light of the public diplomacy, of which importance is being highly recognized these days. I hope the forum may develop the idea to help local government engage more in their international activities so that the people and local governments become pioneer who will lay the trail for the peace and cooperation in Northeast Asia.
I hope the forum develops tangible ideas for Northeast Asian peace and cooperation. Let me name 3 of them in various fields. A coordinated and simultaneous detailed offer by South Korea, the US and Japan to offer North Korea to open liaison offices in Pyongyang as a credible Northeast Asian coordination between the 3 powers. A new political campaign to design future-oriented Northeast Asian policies with Japan after the Japanese election, like a state-sponsored youth exchange program. Or a new initiative to cooperate in Northeast Asia in a topical field, e.g. in renewable energy and energy networks, including China, and with a standing offer to North Korea to participate.
Well, what's distinctive about Northeast Asia is that we have different political systems, and also that it combines some very large and important countries, including the United States, China, Russia. And so it seems to me that the risk of conflict among these countries is quite acute. Certainly now we see a competitive and somewhat adversarial relationship between the United States and China. And there's always the risk that these 6 countries will split into 2 blocks. So I think that is one of the most important features of our effort to develop a multilateral consultation mechanism, at least, is to reduce the risk of having these 2 blocks.
Well, we are witnessing a very important geopolitical competition in all areas, economic, political, security, technology in the region. And therefore, it's very important that regional cooperation is transparent, is fair, rule-based, and takes place. We need to work more together. We need to consult more. We need to talk more to all parties, and we need to build trust in the region, especially to overcome historical difference. And that is important, and we are there here to help build this cooperation and partnership.
Nurturing a spirit of cooperation among people and nations is necessary. Political leaders should play their roles for their purpose, instead of attempting to exploit people's sense of difference for their narrow political advantages. In particular, in this time of COVID-19 quarantine and consequent relative social isolation, we all need to make extra efforts to stay away from being too much inward-looking. We should be more open-minded and take other people's needs into our consideration.
As one of the major pillars for Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Platform, the Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Forum is an important intellectual venue, gathering governments, international organizations, NGOs, and civil society to discuss opinions on the most pressing issues for regional cooperation. The theme of this year's forum is rather timely to provide urgently needed intellectual public goods for regional efforts in formulating the post-pandemic revitalization. And I expect the forum could further encourage an open and free discussion on regional situations, and the present speakers could voice out rational, constructive, objective, and professional opinions and recommendations for policymakers' reference, so to lead the regional public opinion and the efforts toward a conducive atmosphere on regional peace and cooperation.
Well, I thank the Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Forum for giving me this opportunity to just express with short messages these ideas. But it's a good platform for multilateral dialogue on how we can promote cooperation in a region which really needs cooperation. The Northeast Asia region is a region which doesn't have any regional architecture. In the south we have ASEAN, in other continents we have different settings at regional level, which certainly help to build up trust, to down lower tensions and build more regional-led initiatives. Let me say to end that in the current situation and after this very difficult crisis that the whole world has passed together, we will probably find a world that is more digital, certainly more Asian, more unequal, more multipolar and more conflictual. And therefore it's the time to look at multilateralism, to regionalism as a way to reach and address these challenges, especially in the health, climate and security one.
Well, I certainly would like to extend my congratulations and greetings to the organizers and all of the participants in your forum. South Korea has always been in the vanguard of promoting multilateral cooperation in Northeast Asia, and your leadership and your partnership with us at the Institute on Global Conflict and Cooperation have been really wonderful, and I hope it will continue into the future.
Thank you all for sharing your valuable opinion for a more peaceful and cooperative Northeast Asia. We will have a short break before the first session. Once again, today's forum is broadcasted live on KNDA's official YouTube channel, KNDA Live. We have two channels, English and Korean. Please check out both and choose the channel you're comfortable with. Also, don't forget to leave your questions and comments in the live chat box during the session. We will choose top questions or comments to present gifts. Winners of the event will be announced in KNDA official Facebook and Instagram account on October 14th. Session 1, a roundtable discussing Northeast Asia peace and cooperation and the way forward, will begin shortly at 10:30 Korean Standard Time. Please stay tuned.